Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some NCAA basketball betting. And today, joining me here is Ross Benjamin, our SBR contributor. We're going to be talking about that Creighton game going up against DePaul. Ross, as always, man, a pleasure to have you here. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's certainly a great time of year to be a sports fan, Dex.
No doubt, no doubt. March Madness is right around the corner, so let's get to it. Let's start talking about these games now. All right, now the first one, let's start talking about the Blue Jays. They come into this match on a 3-game losing streak, and, well, a pretty bad straight-up record as well. I mean, they've gone 13-18 for the season so far. The deal is that they did beat the Blue Demons just last month, 75-62. So, Ross, I mean, tell me, man, do you think they can pull off another win again in this spot?
Well, let's start out by looking at that 3-game losing streak you alluded to. It's definitely worth noting, Dax, that those 3 defeats came by a combined 6 points versus Xavier, Villanova, and Seton Hall. And for those of you who aren't up to speed with the NCAA tournament coming up, Villanova looks like they may be a #1 seed in the tournament. Xavier looks like a team that will get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament as well. So, I mean, they held up pretty well against some pretty decent competition in those 3 losses. So, yes, they're capable of coming away with a win tonight against a less than stellar opponent in DePaul. This is certainly a far cry from what we witnessed in recent years at Creighton, though. The Blue Jays, excuse me, were a combined 84-22 during the past 3 seasons. That's a winning percentage of .792. So this year has left a lot to be desired for the Creighton faithful.
All right, and then how about DePaul? I mean, they've come into this one a bit worse. I mean, they're on a 7-game losing streak, and they've only won 1 out of their last 10 games. I mean, overall for the season, they're also 12-19 straight up and 15-15 against the spread. I mean, what else can you tell us about this team, Ross?
Well, I mean, they were actually off to an encouraging 5-2 start in Big East action, and then they proceeded to unravel, as you just alluded to. DePaul also finished the regular season by going under the total in all of their last 5 games, and the average combined points scored in those contests was only 125. The Blue Demons, averaged a paltry 54.6 points per game during those 5 games, and they shot a miserable 38.5% from the field. Boy, oh boy, they are not coming into this Big East tournament on a high, that's for sure.
Well, it definitely looks like it's going to be a very competitive game. Anyways, let's look at the betting side of this. Now, Creighton is being favored by 4 points on the spread. So, Ross, that's the way that you're actually recommending that we should lay the points. I think that's mostly because they're 5-0-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Or are there any other factors that we might consider in this one?
Well, I mean, let's face it, neither one of these teams had an exemplary stretch to close the regular season slate. Something has to give in this matchup. And at the end of the day, the current point spread, in my opinion, speaks volumes. We have a Creighton team which finished dead last in a Big East regular season standings, and they're currently a 4-point favorite in a conference tournament game. The bookies are giving you the winner here, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. The truth of the matter, Creighton is the least of the 2 evils in this matchup, and you can make a strong case they're playing more competitive basketball than DePaul at this juncture. For that reason, I'm going to take Creighton -4 over DePaul.
All right, Ross, like you said, man, it's definitely a very interesting game to watch, and at least it's going to be competitive from 2 teams that aren't really that good. Anyways, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, man. Thanks for the picks, and we'll talk some more college hoops again tomorrow.
Look forward to it, Dex.
All right, man, take care. And everyone else, don't forget to check back with us tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.